that is that you've got this pivot point up here that allows this whole thing to move out. And this is, and those two blocks are blocks that are the sort of the bumpers for it, which is, they're working great.
Okay.
And so that allows for you to have that ability for this to hit things on the ground and not try to pull it apart.
I see.
Especially these corners especially if you went through a ditch, you would have issues with it, and you would want, because your wheels are not going to help you keep out of the ditch. They're not going to keep, it's like going through the flail. So you want it, you do want to raise it some whenever you're going through a ditch or wherever you're going through a kind of a depression. And that's, or if you're working it on the side of the road, you've got issues with that not being as flat as where your direction of travel.
Okay.
So you want to be aware of that, but that helps the whole thing take up that slack, take up the pressure, take up the tendency. If this was solid, it would just pull it right off, it'd break it right off.
And I see that John has deployed some heat shields here, with some tin.
Yeah.
And this is shielding this hose,
Yes.
which can feel some heat from all
Right.
the
And you see how
8 burners.
you can feel how that's.
Should we increase the coverage there?
Right.
It's only the first foot of that hose. And then what are these sleeves for? Are
I
just-
think, I'm not sure exactly what they were for, other than the potential to be a way to take the heat off of it.
and this material absorbs the heat, or
Right.
is protected from the
And
heat.
it protects what's inside it from the heat, yeah.
Okay.
So, and we haven't operated this very much, I don't know, I think you guys probably have operated about 10 days maybe, and was it all day in the field?
Oh, it was gravel roads mostly, and one deployment into the North Bottomlands here that proved to be a challenge with all the obstacles on the ground and standing trees and whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was minimally useful in places other than roads and gravel surfaces.
Yeah.
That's where it's been used so far.
So, anyway, that said, we will be, this is going to be a point where you really want to watch it. When I look at this and I say, that looks like it's a bit sketchy.
Yeah.
And this whole
Can be
situation looks
improved,
like a bit sketchy.
Should
And-
be improved.
And it probably should be something like this all the way around, but you'll notice that this has a very thin throat to it, which is a constraint to the flow. And you want that flow to be even to all of them so that you get an even burn between all of them.
Okay.
So that's, you'd have to go to probably a larger size of it thing.
Okay.
Size of-
And then one more thing I'll point out, when we were first looking at how safe it was to connect, you periodically want to check and make sure that none of these nuts
Are
and
loose?
bolts have loosened up. Or
I was looking at this one. You know how much that cut washer is deflecting.
yeah.
So